And let's go. Uh, is this working? Am I getting? I'm not getting audio. That should help. Let's back out real quick. Okay, yeah. I'm getting audio. Audio showing up there. We good. Scoot some stuff around. Boop, 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 boop. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Now, is there anything that we changed on our hotbars? I think there is. I don't have to worry about my F1, 2, 3, 4 business. Although I do think I have a solution for that with my healer. Hi, baby. Sorry, I'm gonna throw you down here and you down here. Got arm's length there. Make sure that's locked. We need to check out our items. Mega potion, X potion of dexterity, and X potion just in general, and then some of our food. Yeah. Okay. I think it's working. I'm trying to, instead of running on my phone, I'm trying to do my laptop so that my phone screen doesn't get all messed up. And I think it's working. It's weird how my stats don't show the same as what the like browser shows. Always weirds me out. Okay. Let's get more comfy. Got a ton of high potions too. I hate how messy these bags are. Okay, let's continue on with the Z raid. I have to do the quest. I'm like unlocking them and running them the first time, so I have to like do the quest to unlock them. That's Gugul, who's interested in trading for any relics we find in the empty. Apparently, he mostly deals in exotic weapons and whatnot, but he's agreed to help us keep us supplied with whatever we can't get from the Crystarium. Now the ones we came to meet should be around here somewhere. The empty is like a place that was destroyed by light, and we're trying to revive it, and that's kind of what the raids are associated with. I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We were gone longer than we expected. Alexial, I would like you to meet Alexialrae? Okay, Alexialrae. Just be called Larry. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As a representative of the Settlement Council, I am here to oversee the delivery of equipment deemed necessary to your mission. I will be on hand to provide any assistance you may require. Can you hold more stuff for me? Because that's really the only assistance I ever need. In this game, anyways. Hold my shit, bitch. I think my cat's snoring back there. Probably not best to talk about it in the middle of the market, though. I'll take it from here. Alexiel, you should get some rest. But before you go, I'd like to thank you for everything we've done. We still have a long road ahead of us, but if we give it our all, there's nothing we can't handle. Quick arm. Where do we want battle? Get piety. There's only 7. We'll just get quick arm. I see. Though it is mere supposition, it would behoove us to proceed with caution. Gosh, this guy is so insufferable. Just talk like a normal person. Well, I appreciate you telling me everything, even if it is too soon to be sure I'm the one watching her after all. The Oracle of Darkness! Oh, is that what we've deemed her, or what she deemed herself? Some chick that we beat up, and we found her on this boat that we, like, took over. I mean, I don't know if you would call it a boat. It's like a woman airship. We took over this woman airship, and then there's this chick that was there. And she was mad that we were there, so we had to fight her. She, like, became a primal or something, kind of akin to a big beastie. Anyways, we knocked her out and took her back. I'm assuming he's calling her the Oracle of Darkness now. I don't know where she came from. Sometimes the story in this game is a little complicated. Ah, there you are. I'm part of the team helping with the highly classified, very, very secret thing. The fact of the matter is, I've come to inform you of a rather interesting development. It's about the girl who was brought back from the empty. She's finally woken up, you see. That's who I thought he was referring to. I'm really not sure. I could be wrong. What's up, Rain? Her news from Thancred, is it true? Why, yes, she's awake. Let's go talk to her. Let's go. Her name is Gaia. She claims to be a free citizen of Yulmore, although she remembers nothing of the events leading up to her attack. She's lost her memory? Well, I mean, of course, who doesn't? This is anime/Final Fantasy lore #1. Everyone loses their memory. Parts of it, at the very least. We also cannot be sure whether she's telling the truth or if it's merely a ruse. She's yet to display any hostility, which is encouraging, I suppose. And Thancred's with her now, is he? Why, jealous? Yes, he's taken her to Yulmore, mainly to verify what she's told us so far. Quiz locals, that sort of thing. After that, the plan is to come back here, though they're taking rather longer than I had anticipated. I do hope nothing is amiss. Oh gosh, I don't know why this headset, like, I was wondering why my headset was sitting so weird. It was a little pulled out. Good grief, are you always this slow? At this rate. Oh, her boots were awesome. I need her boots. It'll be dark again before we know it. The sky returning is all well and good, but it does make each day seem awfully short. And are you still dragging your heels back there? At least act as if you've got a purpose, would you? At least act as though you have a purpose. Oh my gosh. Look at those boots! I want them! Now look here, I'm not one of your servants. Why don't you try carrying your own luggage for a change? Thancred, you've become someone else's bitch! You lot are a sight for sore eyes. Yes, even you, Arranger. Gaia and I have just finished shipping her personal effects from Yulmore. Really? So this is the chick that we beat up? She looks very different outside of armor. Also, why is she such a meanie? Other than where she lives, not an awful lot. Her supposed neighbors barely knew the first thing about her. Well, I guess if she's from old Yulmore, Yulmore was nothing but, like, socialites. Hells, she barely knows the first thing about herself. Her recollection of her life in Yulmore is patchy at best. Then why does she seem like such a pouty little hoe? Although that's a cute color of lipstick, too. But she seems convinced that she'll regain her memory if she accompanies us. So, she invited herself to join our merry band. And for her first act, she ordered me to carry her luggage. What a hoe. I mean, she's got great style. If you insist on standing around talking, might I suggest finding a place to sit down first? My feet are killing me. Well, did you see the boots you're wearing, honey? That is the price of really cool boots, is sometimes your feet hurt. Then perhaps you should have chosen more sensible footwear. Still not such a bad idea, shall we? I mean, she's got great sense of style. Oh, what is that? What do we got here? Lurie? Lurie has a quest for me too? Lurie? Okay, Gaia. Let's get to the next raid, little lady. So you don't remember anything at all? Not attacking us, not falling unconscious. Such selective amnesia would rightly raise suspicion within those of a cautious mind. Yet, if she doth speak the truth, it would lend credence to my current hypothesis, though admittedly some further... Well, not now, she's only just woken up. We don't want to bore her back to sleep. In any case, I prefer to follow my instincts, and they're telling me that Gaia means us no harm. After much deliberation, I thought it only right to let her know about our work in the empty. It's a sign of goodwill. After all, trust works both ways. Though I would ask you, Alexial, not to let your guard down just yet. Don't worry. I don't trust her, unless she gives me her shoes, and then I'll trust her. So you're the one I'm supposed to have fought? Come to think of it, I recognize you from somewhere. Maybe I just have one of those faces. I also am, like, the most notable person in this universe. Or perhaps you didn't just make much of an impression, but to be honest, I do feel that since meeting you, those hazy memories are becoming slightly clearer. It's like remembering fragments of a dream, only to realize those things actually happened. It's as though my whole life has been leading to this. Thou speakest as though thou didst. Oh, come on, Ranger. You can't just put st at the end of everything. I guess you could say that. It's what the fairy tells me. I don't know why I'm giving her such a gross voice. I can't see it, but it's as though there's someone else inside me, and I can hear its voice in my head. That, you're under thrall. You're probably under someone's thrall. It whispers to me and lets me use its magic power. Magic, I suppose you could call it. Not that I know much about that sort of thing. And this power alloweth thee to tear open the fabric betwixt realities, that thou mayest call forth the aether-starved denizens of what remaineth of the 13th. Too many, Ranger. What? What was that supposed to mean something, or are you just spouting random words at me? Honestly, I don't know how y'all put up with this. I've only just met him, and his insufferable prattling is already giving me a headache. Gods, I still can't believe I'm having this conversation, and to think that I was flying about in a suit of armor, waving a sword, that doesn't sound like me at all. Doesn't look like you at all. Someone else inside of you? Like Minfilia was inside of me? Well, I guess similarities cannot be ignored, though it is too early to say with certainty. Gaia may well be the Oracle of Darkness. The Oracle of Darkness? What does this mean? It means that you may have been right when you said she has something in common with Emmett Selch. I miss Emmett Selch. He was at least funny. Those who have been used as a... Oh, hey, what up, Larry? I mean, Gingy. What? I have no idea. I don't know what... I have no idea what server I'm on or anything. I'm sorry, not server, data center. I forget. I can check in a moment. I'm not switching to yours, no matter what. I mean, we probably would never play together, just so you know. You know I'm awful at that. I mean, how long did I play WoW with everyone and never once played actually with anyone? I think one time I did one of the island things with Gibby. I never ended up playing with anyone. Nah, you guys will pass me by in the new expansion. I mean, you definitely will. Anyone else you play with will. I don't have that much time to play. I mean, that's what happens every single expansion. Everyone goes, we can play together. And then, like, immediately everyone gets, like, plays for 12 hours straight. And I'm, like, a week behind. And... Night, Mama. I'm sorry, my dude. I'm just telling you. I've tried this with people a million times. So I'm definitely not switching data centers. Especially not when I'm, like, 1,000 hours into this game already. I'm exaggerating. I'm not 1,000 hours, but I've already sunk a lot into this character. I am not redoing my crafting and gathering professions. Thank you. Those who have been used as a living host by an Ascian have no recollection of events that occurred during their possession. This I know from personal experience. But Gaia seems to have some memories still, even if they're a little hazy. Moreover, she has remained in control of herself even when she heard the voice within, much like you and Minfilia. And though Reen was very much... I can't remember if it's Reen or Reenie. Was very much her own person. Minfilia's presence did exert a change upon her outward appearance, granting her hair and eyes a hue akin to that of our dear departed friend. It is therefore not unthinkable that Gaia's raven locks may be a manifestation of the darkness, which hath come to reside within her. But I was born like this, and my parents, they both had black hair too. Or at least I think they did. It's been so long since I saw them, I can't remember too well. But enough about me. You're Minfilia, aren't you? The Oracle of Light, who they were hosting in Yulmore? That's right, though imprisoning is a better word. They kept me locked away, and I didn't know much about Yulmore or its people, or the rest of the world for that matter. I see, and how exactly did the Oracle of Light come to run with the Warrior of Darkness? Well, it all started when... Okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's go, I wanted to get to the next raid. We're starting to get somewhere where I can actually get weapons out of this bitch. Yes, I still remember the day everyone went raving mad, and Lord I can't say his name. Bothry fled. Everything after that is still a blur, though. So she hasn't been Gaia for very long, is what I'm gathering here. We're going to start speeding through this a little bit. I want to get to the next raid. How far are you, by the way, Gingy? In 14? Like, have you like gotten are you like fully caught up with the story? Do you have like oh, you're in Stormblood? Oh, okay. Stormblood was really fun. Blah blah blah. She's going back to Eden. Something's gonna happen and we get to a big fight? Finally? Now, if you come to my server, I mean, we probably still wouldn't play together, but I'd craft you food and shit. I mean, I'm not joking. I've been playing this game for a very long time. I'm very committed to like I actually just started like liking my my guild and shit like that. I'm not just gonna turn all that around. I have played this game probably more than you, so I know that's surprising. I know I'm not like fully caught up on the current story content, and like I am almost done with 5.4, but I needed to get better gear because my item level was so far behind. Because I stopped playing before like the more recent patches had come out, so that's why I'm going through and unlocking all the raids and running these real quick so I can so I can get myself a better weapon, because my weapon's eye level is 430 and it's kind of what's holding me back the most right now. I do like this chick's look is so like starkingly different than a lot of their other characters. It is nice. I like when they make new characters that don't just like look like all the other characters. And again, those boots are killer. What am I? Merman! Oh, and I'm sorry I missed your stream earlier today. I like saw that you were streaming, and then like by the time that I like got to it at work, because I was like, oh yeah, I'll turn that on in a bit. Like once I think I was listening to a podcast or something. It's like, oh, when's that done? And then you weren't streaming anymore, and I was like, no, you haven't streamed it so long. I missed it. Okay, so this is her fairy's power. Um, is this hinting at a new profession? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. Because the new ones are not this at all. Yeah, let's take her back to Eden. What's she gonna do? Run around in the desert forever? She looks like a much more round-faced, like Kristen Ritter. That's what she reminds me of. She's got those like big eyes, big lips. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I should just do the last raid I unlocked. We could do more Titan Boy. Let's get going already. Come along then. Don't fall behind. Meh. I'm pouty. Oh yeah. Marlboro. That's where I'm at. Marlboro. I couldn't remember because I know when I like started this character, it was at one of those times when all the servers were like super filled. I think it was when can't remember when I started this character. I think I started this character when yeah, I think it was when Stormblood came out is when I started her. Is that when they yeah. Um because I'm trying to remember. No, I may have still been on my other server. I just remember when I started this character in particular, like all the servers were filled up because I think it was just after something had launched. So it was like, I didn't really like pick a server. I just was like, this one's gonna give me extra XP and has like one slot open. Yay, our spaceship. I call it, I don't know what it technically is. I know we fly around in it sometimes. And I know it's like half Sin Eater, half other shit. Maybe it's alive. I'm not super sure. Okay, this one has to unlock a new raid thing, right? You know what? Let's just hop into one that I already know. Let's just hop into this one because we can get at least weapon stuff from it. Start up that queue. We got all of our stuff prepped, right? Yeah. I know what it's like. It was the same for me. But I was lucky because Thancred freed me from Yilmore, and I had a chance to see the world. More importantly, though, I met all kinds of people, and they taught me not to live in another's shadow, but to be myself. Aren't I cheesy and miserable? One day. What's that supposed to mean? These two are very opposite. I don't know how the Great Oracle of Light sees such things, but for someone like me who's only known life in Yulmore, there was no tomorrow, there was no future, only the here and now, and lots of money, and and of course we ate flesh of other people, but let's just move past that. And while we waste time on these meaningless conversations, I feel each moment of my life slipping away. Time, it won't matter, not for me, not for anyone. I don't know how much longer I can hold on to who I am. Oh, I'm sorry, Gaia. Gaia? That's probably not even my real name. Isn't? Of course, when Thancred asked me my real name, I couldn't remember. So she gave us a fake name. I see how it is. That's when the fairy whispered to me, Gaia. But if you grew up in Eelmore, surely someone there must know who you are. Everyone I once knew had either disappeared or been turned into sin eaters. Those whose faces and names I still remember, that is. In the end, we found not a single person who so as much recognized me. How is that possible? Because you were saying that you were there when she was there, and people recognize her. And you are much more memorable looking. As far as I can recall, I've never been the most sociable person, but still. Well, even if it's not your real name, I think Gaia sounds lovely. If you're happy with it, then that's what I'll call you. You know. And if you're willing, instead of Oracle Light, please call me Rain or Rainy. Whichever way you actually pronounce it. It's not the name I was born with. But the one people whom I consider family gave to me. Is that so? Huh. Well, as much as I'd love to keep up this chatting, we want to get to battles. Yay! I'm going to tell her to learn some manners. No, that don't matter. We have to re-go through that cutscene. Okay. Let's take one of these. Take one of these. I take two of these. Oh, I thought we were starting right away. Someone's watching the cutscene. She is. Okay, good. I was like, I should have waited on my, Oh, crap. I don't have my stuff set up correctly. This is actually going to be really bad. I forgot that I moved stuff because of, Shit. I mean, at least it's just two. There's just two that I would use for a single target that I'm missing right now. I thought I was far enough forward for that. I didn't see. This guy, I agree with him, rigged. Oh, while I wait, I can redo my fucking keybinds. Right? Hotbar. Yes. I mean, we gotta figure out something else. I don't like using... Oops. I don't like using, control for targeting people anyways. I think what I need to do is I need to change my, like, F1, 2, 3, 4 on OBS, because that's what I use to, like, switch screens, but I think I'm gonna switch that up. I'd much rather have those for when I do healing in this game. Okay, let's hope I don't get stuck here. Oh, fuck. Oof. I am out of rotation now, too. I forgot where we were in the battle. That's okay. We got this one. There we go. Run behind here. Oh, why did my thing not go off? That was weird. Okay, we're gonna rotate. Just gonna stick with the other. What? How did I die? I have no idea what killed me. I mean, like, I have zero idea. I wasn't in an AoE at all. And I was standing, like, right next to that other guy. Oh, I didn't see him there. Okay. Okay. Tank Buster, that makes sense. I was gonna say, I didn't even fucking see an AoE. I wasn't paying attention though to the tank. He probably was on that side. Sometimes it's hard to tell with all the sometimes it's hard to tell with all the what's the word for it? Well, this is what happens on Mondays. With the all the magic effects, the particles and stuff. Sometimes it's hard to tell where people are. I've thought about, like, turning that down. Because you can definitely, like... I think it's somewhere. I have no idea where. I am slightly concerned they're going to try and res me while I'm not paying attention. It used to be a thing anyways. Got shadows. Okay, cool. We back! We back! I mean, it's for the last little bit, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, come on. We have to have him dead by now, right? It's got like 2 HP left. There we go. Woohoo! Yay! Let's give this to this guy. He was nice to me. After he apparently killed me. I already have that. I don't need any of this. I'm leaving. Peace. I'm out. I just need these. We have 2. We're halfway there. Halfway there. Oh, oh. Living on a prayer. I am not gonna go through this cutscene again. I feel bad, but at the same time, I get the hint. The Oracle of Darkness and the Oracle of Light are starting to become a little bit of friends. I gotta go and watch a lore video at some point on all this stuff anyways. We are to break the status quo, we must needs employ a catalyst, a third element, that shall arouse and stabilize the unleashed energies. Activity. Therefore, I propose lightning. Ooh, lightning up next. Rama? Half man, half beard, another half beard for good measure. That's a good answer. He's a lot of beard. And apparently he tends to not move about as much as other beasts. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yes, I can recall. I can recall big bearded men. Old bearded men. One must admit the suggestion is not without merit. Derp 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 derp. Let's go make storm clouds, the ambient aether that lingereth, the blah 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 blah. Then that's where we're heading. Come on, Eden, we've got a job to do. Now here's the hard part. I gotta watch a video for sure before we do the next one. I don't like going into these blind. Memories of Rama flash in your mind. Fulmination. Oh, this one's only a 4-minute video? Okay. how you...
Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Eden's Verse Fulmination. This is the first of 4 new raid encounters in patch 5.2 of Final Fantasy XIV, Echoes of a Fallen Star. While Ramuh's appearance is a bit shocking, it's no excuse to horse around on this fight. To keep you from charging in blindly and getting ohmed, my name is Mistech and I'll be your raid guide. Crippling
Oh,
blow
wow.
will hit the primary target with a heavy-hitting tank buster. Cooldown, shield, and heal as necessary. Stratosphere summons will form 2 small AoEs on the east and west of the platform. Soon after, 2 spears will drop down on the...
Hold up. He looks so much different. What the heck? I mean, I know Titan did too, but...
areas. If you look closely, you'll notice that one spear is much larger than the other and is attracting lightning. Once the boss casts Judgment Jolt, this spear will explode in a massive point-blank AoE circle. Players will need to move to the edge of the platform with the small spear or they will die. Judgment Jolt will also spawn a number of familiar orbs around the platform. These orbs work in the same fashion as they have in previous iterations of Ramuh. Moving over an orb will cause you to absorb it and gain a stack of Surge Protection buff. This buff stacks up to 3 and will reduce lightning damage taken. If you exceed 3 stacks, you'll get a debuff that makes it very difficult to heal you, and I would highly recommend avoiding this. Stormcloud summons will target players with these purple markers. Soon after, they will drop down storm clouds that will persist on the platform, pulsing AoE attacks underneath them over time. These clouds must be dropped away from each other or they will combine and become too powerful to handle, dealing unavoidable raid-wide damage, consuming a stack of surge protection and debuffing all players with damage down. To handle this, have affected players move away from each other and drop down the clouds out of the way of the raid. Judgment bolts will deal more raid-wide damage and spawn more orbs around the platform. Anytime the boss casts Fury's Bolt, he'll gain a buff that will alter his next attack by having it deal more damage or changing its range. Divine Judgment Bolts will deal massive raid-wide damage and destroy any player without a surge protection buff. It will also consume 1 stack of surge protection, so all players must ensure they have at least 1 stack of the buff to save themselves. This will occur throughout the encounter, so if you see him casting the attack and he's got the Fury's Bolt power-up buff on him, also indicated by these rotating glowing orbs around him, make sure you have at least 1 stack of surge protection. A good rule of thumb is to pick up a stack of surge protection anytime you see them pop up, because chances are Divine Judgment Bolts is coming right up. Eventually, the boss will cast Tribunal Summons, and the Will of Ramuh will spawn in the center of the north edge of the platform. This will charge across the platform through the center, knocking back all players towards the east and west edges. To avoid getting knocked off completely, position yourself closer to the center or simply use your knockback immunity. The next Tribunal Summons cast will spawn a number of Will of Ixions on the side edges that will eventually charge across the platform. These will only affect the specific lanes directly in front of each Ixion clone, so players can avoid these charges by standing in the safe lanes. From this point on, you'll notice these mechanics repeat with increased difficulty and overlap. The next Stratosphere summons will now spawn 4 spears around the platform, but the principle is the same. Find the small spear and run into that corner to avoid the massive explosions from the other 3 tall spears. At this point, players can grab another orb stack to prepare for the next Divine Judgment Bolts. Up next, more
Pretty much
orbs will
everything
spawn
is
and the
avoid
boss will cast
AoEs.
Thunderstorm. This will cause a
Grab
massive number of single AoEs to
debuff
hit the
orb.
platform, and players will need to be very nimble to avoid getting hit during this phase. The next Stormcloud's cast will coincide with another Tribunal summons through the middle. To handle this, players can drop their Stormclouds on the far edges and then ensure they get knocked back away from those areas. Next, Thunderstorm will overlap with the Ixion summons, and players will need to dodge each Thunderstorm AoE while standing.
I do like that all the raids in this one, their environment has lines delineating where attacks happen and stuff. It's kind of neat.
And the 2 Stormcloud players can move away from each other, dropping the clouds in the far corners to minimize their effect on the platform. The next Tribunal summons will have both the Wills of Ramuh and Ixion spawn. Players will need to move into a safe lane and then either pop their knockback immunity or ensure they're closer to the center to avoid getting knocked off. At this point, you'll have seen every possible combo of overlapping mechanics, and it's just a matter of repetition and execution until the boss is
We
down.
got that. That's easy peasy. And thank you to those Mistech guides are so helpful. And they're all super short. I hate the ones online that are 20 minutes and you're like, you're over explaining. I'm not gonna remember all this. Okay. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Oof. We're about to fill up on these tombstones too. Wrong button. Do 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 do. Tombstones of Allegory. Let's exit here while we wait. I mean, because I could just run, if I run Titan 2 more times, I could just do that and get that weapon. But I kind of want the next up weapon. You know, because I'm greedy. So if I just do, I think it's the next 3 raid bosses, and then the 4th raid boss also drops a antique blade of some kind. That does the next up weapon that you can use to get the next up weapon. And I'm a little bit like, why don't I just keep going until I get that? Because I'm greedy. Because, see, I want the Eden's verse. Not that one. Eden's verse. This one? Yeah, there it is. Maybe? Book of Refulgence? No. What am I looking for? I literally forget how this thing works every time. There it is. We need one of these guys. So we need 4 Blade of Golden Antiquity, which I believe we get in Eden's verse, the last one. I really need to, like, figure out something to do about my bag space. It is getting bad again. I mean, look, I'm down to 7 slots. And we all know 7 is not enough slots. I mean, I could probably, where's the stupid... Where's my summoning bell? I thought it was over here somewhere. Other side. This is like the smallest space, and I still, of course, where all the people are standing. Where else would it be? I still get lost. That's how bad I am at stuff. See, this guy has a lot of shiz in his that I could probably go through and figure out what I can get rid of. Because I guarantee there's stuff in here I don't need. I also need to, at some point, like, reorganize so that all of my, like, old archer gear, I'm only keeping the ones that I think are pretty. And I could probably... Oh, hey. I don't think I need this anymore. We can dump that. Excuse you. Why won't you... There you go. Okay. Okay, let's go. Time for some Rama. Rama action! He's now a centaur. I don't remember him being a centaur before. I've always wondered if centaurs have, like, 2 penises. Like, would they? Like, that seems kind of like... That's what the possibility could be. They could have a human penis on the front and a horse penis on the back. Because, I mean, you see a lot of You see a lot of centaurs where they got that deep V going on right here, and I'm like, I know what that usually leads to. Like, he could have a little dingus right here. To be fair, this model doesn't have a dingus on the horse part, so... Oh gosh. We're already going. Where is my stupid... God, I hate when my mouse disappears. I can't find my mouse again. I'm gonna take two. I'm a greedy bitch. There's still plenty around, so might as well take two, right? Just means healers have it a little easier. We're good here, right? Yeah. What? Whoa. On my screen, I felt like I was outside of that. I mean, like, there were three of us who were literally standing outside of that by the time that it should have hit. Oops. Fuck. Did I not pick up the thing? Wow. I messed that up. I def messed that up. Okay, we got it this time. Right here. We gotta be outside of that. Okay. I need another thing. Ah! Oh my god, two. There we are. Do I have... Okay, I have one. Fuck. We're doing okay. We're doing good. We're doing fine. I put that shit on all of mine. We're not keeping up with our DPS very well, though. It is a lot of AoEs. I love it! Another spear? You can draw more spears? We know now. We know now where to stand on the platform to get away from those spears. Oh, this is only a twofer? Easy peasy. Oh, that guy's gonna cloud it up. Did I get it? Okay, I got one. Oops. If I was, like, had better... I feel like I really need to start using my at arm's length, which is the, like, knockback nullifier. I gotta get better at that. It's probably necessary in the harder versions. Oops. Yay! Die, centaur brother! I'm gonna give to... Ooh, I don't know who to give to here. I'll give it to the tank. I don't think I need any of that. I'm just gonna leave. Bye-bye, peace, everyone. Because I don't think I need any of that gear. I didn't expect him to turn out quite like that either. He's half horse now. Let's grab some piety ones. We'll need those. The crystal's a different color, but apart from that, it all looks the same. They look the same, but it feels different. The air has grown slightly more humid, as it does before rain. I have to say I'm not exactly prepared for wet weather. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, who here is dressed for wet weather? Come on. Blah, 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 blah. Rather than influencing the ground beneath our feet, Eden hath brought change to the firmament above. That is a very pretty purple. And yet 'tis clear that a more dynamic element is required for the natural cycle of precipitation and evaporation to become complete. So we need to move. What wind would do the trick? Most certainly. It seems then we have a plan. Let's not dwell too much on the effects of each individual element and instead focus on seeing them all restored. Power of an oracle not to be sniffed at, it seems. Hum, hum, hum. Pretty crystal. Yeah, let's get on with it. He asked if I knew how rain begins to fall, and I said I suppose so. Or it's an Allegan conspiracy. That's very funny. I'm gonna go with that. I'm a flat earther. With the restoration of our first element, the empty was once more blessed with the most essential ingredient in the cycle of precipitation, water. Under normal circumstances, the heat existent in the atmosphere would cause water to evaporate from the land's surface. As invisible vapor, it is borne by the wind high into the firmament, where blah blah and precipitation and clouds and then rain. We all were in third grade science class. And even before that, we need fire aspected aether to make the water evaporate. Oh, we gotta make heat happen. That doesn't make sense, but okay. Seems to me that one's not much good without the other. Why don't you just draw up both elements together? You're suggesting that Alexial fight two deiform entities, such as one, each one as deadly as Ramah, at the same time? Do you realize how absurd that is? And yet it is a notion that doth warrant further consideration. I don't want to fight two at once. I'm good. Oh, you can't be serious. Cast your minds, if you will, to the elemental wheel I did show you in the bookman's shelves. Hey. Yep, there's the elements. That's the elements. Wind giveth rise to lightning, whose spark doth produce fire. By restoring both wind and fire in tandem, we may maintain balance between these dynamic elemental forces. Yeah, but what about the other ones? We did water, earth, and we just did lightning. So we'd be missing ice. We're gonna do these two together, but not ice? The ensuing battle shall indubitably present an ordeal unlike any Alexial hath ever faced. I believe, however, that is the path that doth blah 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 prizes. I speak good. Oh, so perhaps it's not so absurd after all, Stan Creed. I'm just kidding, I love Stan Creed, by the way. I make fun of him, but he's a little dreamboat. I wouldn't dream of questioning Urianger's grasp of science behind it. My concern is for the burden this would not only pass on Alexial, but Reen as well. What do you both make of the plan? If Urianger thinks it'll work, I'm willing to give it a try. Hiya! I don't speak. Hiya! I just slap my fist together and people assume that that is approval. I'll let her storm off. She's in her goth phase. She's a little moody. Rally her spirits. I'm worried about Gaia. The truth is, apart from Alisai and Alphnod, I hardly know anyone my own age. Are they really your own age? I thought that they were, like, older. I thought that I should make an effort to be nice to Gaia, but, well, you've seen how she is around me. Well, again, she's just moody, honey. I understand that she's got her own problems to deal with, but I thought that maybe I could help her in some way. It's not my place to intrude, and I should probably just leave her be until we finish restoring the elements. After all, that's more important, isn't it? Let me talk to Gaia while you concentrate on the task at hand. Hey. Is what I would have said once upon a time. It seems to me that you're the one best qualified to take care of this little problem. I know she can be a bit prickly, to put it mildly, but if anyone can get through to her, it's you. Okay, well, all this standing around and talking about going to talk to her is wasting my time. I'm the Warrior of Light. I got shit to do, man. Come on. I'm the Warrior of Light and the Warrior of Darkness. I have stuff to do. I don't think either of them should... I don't know. I'm afraid that since arriving the first, I've had little time to mingle with any of the locals, and I haven't a clue what young women like Gaia would be interested in. Ah, that's given me an idea. I'll start with small talk and go from there. We can talk about, like, boys or her cool boots. Actually, since before she even woke up, I've been asking Lena about what's popular in the Crystarium. Thought it might be nice to show Gaia around the place one day, you see. So that's what you were doing? I suppose it makes for a nice change of pace from all that studying. And I must commend thee on thy choice of confidant. The captain's powers of observation make her a veritable font of wisdom concerning the behavior of Crystarium citizenry. Yeah, so now it's time to put that knowledge to good use. Okay, come on, let's go. Persistence, yes. Speaking from experience? Huh? What do you mean? I didn't used to be a ladies' man. No. It's alright, your secret's safe with me. He did used to be a ladies' man. And now he's like, I'm older and more refined and calmed down. And you use a gunblade now, so. Got a lot cooler outfit. Oh, well, it is bringing a life to the end. You befriend her. It'll be good for both of you. Go on, she's waiting. Okay, come on, let's go. I got elements to fight, man. I got raid gear to get. Oh god, do I have to observe this conversation? Okay, before we go on this observational route, I gotta take a tinkle. And let's listen to these little girls have a chit-chat. Ooh, that sounds creepy. We're being a little bit of creepers. I mean, I don't think they're like... I think they're just teenagers. For all we know, there might not even be a later. You got something to say? Hurry up and spit it out. Is everything alright? Not feeling strange about being around Eden or anything? Is that what you came here to talk about? Actually... would you like to have coffee and biscuits with me? What? Coffee biscuits. Not coffee and biscuits, like I previously said. Just coffee biscuits. They serve them at the second serving in the Crystarium. Everyone's talking about them. And, I mean, you know, yummy. Let me get this straight. You came to talk to me about biscuits? Yes, they're light and crispy, and when you dip them in coffee, they go all nice and squidgy. Squidgy is a me word. That's fantastic. The only reason you're even interested in that in the first place is because that's what everyone else is doing. I do what I want to do when I want. After all, the world could end any minute. That's not going to happen. Listen, guy, I understand what you're going through. Believe me, I do, but you mustn't lose hope. New day will come, then another, then another. Har-dar-dar-dar-dar. Shut up! You think you know me, but I don't know who I am. So I find the truth, I'll never be free. Then we'll find it together. Also, you can't just sulk all the time. Why do you care so much about other people? What have they ever done for you? I'm sure you haven't forgotten how we Ilmorians treat that's a hard word. Yulmorians? Yulmer? So, Yulmorians? Whatever. And yet you act as if none of that ever happened. So forgiving, so selfless. You and your family brought back the night sky, and you finally had the chance to lead a normal life, but instead you're flying around in a giant sin eater trying to turn a barren wasteland into some sort of paradise. And for what? I may not remember much of my past, but I'm fairly certain I never heard of anything so ridiculous. Out of morbid curiosity, I'll see it through to the end. But if you think that makes us friends, you are very much mistaken. I totally understand where she's coming from. It is insufferable to have those friends who are like, oh, I'm just out there doing good all the time. But at the same time, I mean, just calm down. Have coffee biscuits. Sounds delicious. I'd eat them. In fact, I'm really hungry right now. I'd eat all the coffee biscuits. Maybe when I'm done here, I'll go make myself a quesadilla. And yes, I know it's quesadilla. I am disgusting. I started saying that, like, ironically at some point, and it's just not ironic anymore. Now I just say quesadilla. Because it's fun to say. Just rolls off the tongue. Okay, let's commence the summoning! Where are we going this time? Place called Ashfall doth satisfy our requirements. Fables speak of travelers sweltering beneath the blazing heat of the midday sun, while after nightfall slicing winds did tear at their cloaks. Read, my dear, may I remind you that the focus is not the same as to deny other thoughts. Whatever it is that... oh my god, I can't read him. I just can't read his words. She's worried about Gaia. Don't be worried about Gaia while you're, like, doing stuff, though, with the giant sin eater that is restoring the world and summoning primals. It's a very bad idea. Okay. What do we got? What do we got up now? Oh, Garuda and Ifrit. Brr.
Hi everyone, welcome to the visual guide for Eden's Verse Furor. This is the second of 4 new raid encounters made available by patch 5.2 in Final Fantasy XIV, Echoes of a Fallen Star. The devs were pretty gusty for storming onto the scene, fanning the flames of their passion and taking 2 bosses we've seen so much and somehow turning them into a breath of fresh air. My
Wow.
name is Miztech and
Ifrit
I'm
got,
the raid guide.
like,
We begin fighting
super
in
slender.
Garuda. Pharaoh's Storm will spawn 2 large feather blades on opposite sides of Garuda in a random position. Massive conal attacks will then shoot out from these blades, and players will need to move to the sides of the boss unaffected by the blades to avoid the attack. Superstorm will deal high raid-wide damage. Healers beware. Next, 2 players will be marked by these blue markers. If you look closely, you'll notice that each circle has 2 floating orbs above it, indicating that the circle should be shared by 2 players to minimize damage and debuffs. Players inside the blue circle will be afflicted with a magic vulnerability debuff, so unfortunately you can't just stack the 2 marked players together to satisfy the number requirements. Once the blue circle attack goes off, an AoE circle will be left on the ground, and all players should avoid these as necessary. Next, a large blue circle indicator will form in the center of the platform. This attack will knock back all players from the center. To avoid potentially being pushed into the wall and killed, players can stand on the edge of the blue circle or use a knockback
Hug edge.
ability. Storm of Fury is a large point-blank AoE attack around Garuda. All players will need to move out of this as necessary. At the same time, 2 players
Yeah, I was
will
gonna
be
say, what's
tethered
the
to Garuda,
tethers?
and large conal attacks will soon target them. To avoid excess damage from overlap, the 2 tethered players should move away from each other. Healers be ready to top everyone off after this combo. Next, Garuda will fly into the center and cast Vacuum Slice, dividing the platform in half. Be aware that players will not be able to traverse this void line once it's up. Occluded Front will spawn a number of wind orbs on each side of the void slice. Soon after, all players in each wind orb will be knocked towards the center. Players will need to pre-position themselves between the orbs or within the safe areas to avoid the orb explosions after the knockback. After this combo, a proximity-based damage marker will appear on the platform, Garuda will disappear, and Ifrit will spam down in her place. Hands of Flame will first target the tank with a tether before charging them, dealing damage and applying the lightheaded debuff on them. This debuff will make players susceptible to a long-lasting stun debuff if they get hit by a similar concussion-inducing attack while suffering from lightheadedness. Next up, a player will be marked by this orange marker and then have 4 Hands of Hell tethers applied to them. These tethers can be picked up by 3 other people and spread apart so that no one player is taking more than 1 hit and getting concussed or killed. Instant Incineration will target the primary target with this very obvious red marker. This is a tank buster, so make sure you pop those cooldowns. At the same time, Eruption Telegraphs will appear on the platform and all players should move out of these as necessary. Eventually, Ifrit will spawn a number of orbs around the platform that will explode in wide circles. He will appear in front of one and cast Hot Foot, kicking the orb away. This forms a safe zone from the orb explosions, and all players will need to pre-position themselves in this area to avoid damage. Inferno Howl will deal high raid-wide damage. Healers be ready. At this point, Garuda will return to the platform, and tanks will need to make sure they have enmity on both. As you can imagine, you'll need to deal with both of their mechanics at the same time. Vacuum Slice will again divide the platform.
But which do we
Make sure you're
focus?
not standing in the middle. Eruption Telegraphs will then appear under players. Move away as necessary. Occluded Front will spawn more wind orbs, and Ifrit will teleport to one of the orbs and kick it into a new position. All of this is happening while the knockback into the center is affecting all players and orbs. Players will again need to find the safe spots on their side and pre-position to avoid the orb explosions after the knockback. Immediately after, blue circles will form around
this
players.
gets
Make sure
very
you have
hairy
people
very
sharing these
fast.
attacks. Hands of Hell will target another player with the 4 spreadable tethers. Have 3 other players grab the excess tethers from this player and spread out to avoid overlap. Next up, Pharaoh's Storm will form the blades around Garuda, and players will need to move to our safe sides to avoid the attack. At this point, Garuda and Ifrit will combine and form Raktapaxa. This transition will deal high raid-wide damage, so be ready with cooldowns and shields. 5 circles will target the platform, forming 3 safe spots. Move into these safe zones and then get ready to adjust for the next Pharaoh Storm Blade dodge. Hands of Flame will target the primary target for attack and form large AoEs on either side of the boss. Players will need to move into the safe center strip to avoid damage. Next up, 2 players will be marked for the blue circles and will need a partner to share that damage with them. At the same time, another spreadable
And there's
tether
a...
is forming that should be grabbed and moved apart by any free
Okay.
players. Eruptions will then target the platform, and all players need to make sure they're out of the way. Boss clones will rush towards the tethered players, forming a very small safe zone in the boss's original
that looks like a rough
all
one.
players must
That one's
ready
gonna be
to
rough.
move into that spot to avoid death.
Yeah.
Next, another blue circle knockback from the center. Make sure you don't get knocked into the wall. Immediately after, Garufrit will jump to the center and begin to cast Conflag Strike. More fire circles will form around the platform, and players will need to move into the safe zones and then dodge the incoming set of eruptions. This will occur a few times, all while the boss is still casting Conflag Strike. Near the end of the Conflag Strike cast, players will notice this massive 270-degree frontal cone telegraph form. All players will need to move behind this boss to avoid death. At this point,
This is insane.
repeat with some overlap until the
This
boss
is a lot of
If you have
AoEs.
any questions or comments,
And not
please
just
let me
AoEs,
know.
but also
Up
like
next, we'll
tethers
dive into
and
inverse iconoclasm. As always, thanks for watching. Till next
uh
time.
like damage mitigation stuff. Woo-wee. Okay. Are we ready? Probably not. Are we gonna do it? Yeah. Yeah, we are. Hiya! Okay. While we wait... we can go to the golden saucer and pick up our scratchers. This one's gonna be a rough one. This one's gonna be rough. I already messed up on the last one, and that one wasn't nearly as bad. That one was pretty straightforward stuff. This one seems much more confusing. What's going on over there? Huh. And let's get some scratchies. Yes. Yes. Oh, this looks like bullshit. Oh, that's not bad. 2,700? Meh. Meh. Well, we got some good amounts there. I don't even know how much I have. Almost 200,000 right now. Gold sauce. Oh, that's right. It's because I spent a bunch of it. I spent a bunch on like cards or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, I think I got a mount at 1.2. Or something. They had like a special thing a while ago. I can't remember these things. Triple triad, you say? Of course. Oh, your ascension and sudden death? Ooh. Sure, whatever. Let's see here. Let's just try and debate you. Love it. see here, because if I do that... No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that either. Shit, he picked like the one side I don't like. Okay. You can do that. Shit! I knew I shouldn't have done that. Fuck, why am I so dumb? We can still that one. Shoot. I still don't like this. Still don't like my options here. I don't have any, like... I don't have any... What do you call it? Right side. I couldn't remember my right from my left for a second there. I don't have any good right side stuff. Like, all of these numbers are not good on the right side. Can he beat that? I don't think he can. We'll do that and we'll... No? That didn't... Oh, because it's +1. Fuck. Shit. I just don't even know what to do here, man. We can do this. And yeah, take that. Then I'll take that back with this. And then you'll steal that. Haha! Baited. We got your injure. Oh, that reminds me I need to sell that other card, right? Yeah. Sweet! I hate Ascension stuff. Ascension is so hard. Just because, like, I haven't built a lot of decks, and I should probably build more decks. Because, you know. That's the way you get better decks, is to actually, like, build a deck for stuff. I feel like my problem is that I've been able to, like, skirt by a lot by just hitting recommended. And then I, like, with doing all the end game content recently, I've gotten, like, better cards, so just haven't gone back in a while. And see, I have, like, 3 decks built. These people with the... Whatever, we're gonna do one of these. We don't want to steal that yet. Boop, 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 boop. What if we do this? Okay, now we can take that. Where are you? Okay. Bots out here distracting me. Shit, what does it have left, though? That's the problem. So I can take these two, but... I'm gonna go with that one. Yeah! I got a new card! How many cards does he have left that I need? Oh, wow. There's still just 2 there. That's weird. Oh, because I haven't claimed this one. Yay! Oh my god, this is the longest I've had to wait for one of these raid queues. This is kind of surprising. So what did we just get here? Ooh, we got Chimera at some point. We just got Uringer and Godbert. See, I feel like I should probably take Odin rather than Ramal. What ifs? Let's see if we can get his last card from him. Yeah, challenge me, you bitch. That's a rough one. Gotta open up with these rough moves over here. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't... He actually, like, got me with that right there. Huh. I'm gonna do this. Let's see what we can bait out here. Haha. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. No! Ugh, I hate plus rule. I don't understand how it works. I mean, I somewhat get it, but I just don't know how to, like, guard against it. Ever. It's always a surprise to me every fucking time. I go, what? What the fuck do you mean plus? I'll plus you. I'll plus you right in the plus. You know, I like this move. I'm just gonna do this move. And you go, no, you didn't? Interesting. Wow. This kind of turned out gross. 6, 6, 8, 6, 8. Damn it. Still a draw. And I did the plus thing that time. Okay, really, if this Q could pop, that would be good. Be right up there. My opening move. Yeah, I didn't have anything after my opening move. I don't like that one. Let's go with... See what happens when we go like this. Okay. And then... 8, 7. Oh, shut up. I have plenty of time, you jerk. 8, 6. Well, let's do that. Oh, you fucking plus bitch. See, I don't understand. I don't even understand how that one worked. Oh, 9, 4, 8, 5, and then... I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. It's so infuriating. And I haven't ever gotten a good explanation of it. Yeah, you just plussed me again. You just own the whole fucking board. I get it. I don't know how to plus. Can we get this queue? Come on, tanks. Where's my tanks at? Why does no one want to do this one? I mean, this one looks really hard. I kind of understand why people don't want to do it, but... Ugh. Oh, I hate opening. Okay, we're not going to do my stupid move that I usually do. We're going to do this stupid move instead. 5, 4, 6. No. So that's 8, 4, 8, 4. We can do another 8, 4. But first we should probably do this one. Okay, and then we do this one? Does that work? No, that's not a plus. What the fuck? I don't understand how it goes. Thought it was like if it's the opposite side or whatever, but I guess it's not. I won. That's all that matters. He didn't give me his card. What a jerk. Okay, well, what do we do while this stupid thing decides to take forever, huh? I guess we could clean up some bag stuff. You know, the thing that everyone hates having to do. I also ran completely the wrong direction. My tactic every time I'm having a long queue is just to start doing something else because that's immediately when queue will pop. Like without failure. Okay. What is this? Faded copy of Dark Vows. I can put that in my guild thing, actually. Is there that kind of stuff here? Do we have like a guild chest around here? I don't think so. Let's actually head off to Yulmer. Okay. And where is the... I can't remember where the guild chest is here. I know there is one. Right? Is there not? Am I just crazy? Fuck, is it like downstairs, maybe? Is it outside? I'm going through so much work. Oh, I should probably do that at some point. Yet another striking opportunity? That sounds like something I should do. Is there really not a... Maybe there's just not a guild chest here. Where am I? I'm still here. I do not know the names of the places in Yulmer because I only ever... Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, no. No, this is just a board. Shit, and it's not even a board that I can use. Burk! Where's the Crystarium? Yeah, I'm dumb. Is there like only... Is that maybe something that I just am not realizing? That there's like only a... No, I've definitely come across... I don't know. I'm probably being dumb. I think there's only guild chests at the like main cities. That's probably a thing. I never use guild chests for anything except for to drop off trash. I go, I don't need this. Maybe someone does. Oh yes, we finally hit our queue. It doesn't matter anyways. We just traveled around for no reason. Okay. Time for some seriousness. Let's hydrate. Oh, someone's name is Windows XP. I mean, I guess if you're a fan of an OS, that's not the one I'd choose.
It worked! Both wind and fire have answered the call. Green, are you alright?
Okay. Eat up. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. I think we're pretty close. We're pretty close to the next raid that I need to do like 4 times, so. Oh god, did I lose my mouse again? I did. Oh, there it is. It's back. Okay. Oh, okay. I was trying to help him. I love how you can totally just like not face the direction of the boss and it looks like you're still shooting an arrow. Okay, that went better than I thought it would. Again, every time I watch, like, the videos, I always feel like I'm a little bit, like... Oh, wrong side, wrong side, wrong side. There we go. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Yep. Shit. Okay, I also spoke too soon. Should have not spoken so soon. I said, oh, this is going well, and then immediately we all died. On this side. I think something weird positioning-wise there. I mean, I know I got hit by the orb when I shouldn't have. At least we're, like, getting back up. We're getting back up. We haven't, like, wiped yet. In fact, they're recovering real hard. A good recover. Of course, I'm the last one that they choose to bring back. I understand. Oof, that's the big bad boy. Okay, I'll just take a nap here, guys. It's cool. This fight looks like fun, though. I feel bad because I feel like I spend so much. I mean, like, I'm only doing each of these raids once and moving on. If I was doing them more, like, I'm sure these people are probably doing these multiple times in a row. But I feel like people don't bring me back too often. I'm usually the last one to get brought back, so I feel like I spend a lot of these raids just dead on the floor. It looks like fun. Look at how pretty he is. Very pretty. What? Someone deemed to wake me up? Am I gonna get killed immediately because of spawn position? Yes. Oh my god. I haven't even had time to cast anything. Oh fuck, and then my mouse disappeared again. I don't know why my mouse disappears like every time when it's like the most urgent. Do you have a buddy? Oops. Oh, fuck. I missed that one because I was too busy accidentally hitting the hunter log key. Nice. Nice job, everybody! You guys did so great. I was dead for probably half of that. And I only died once during that fight, too, and, that was apparently all it took. I'm leaving. I don't want any loot. Thanks, though. Bye. Let's grab more piety. This is 7, right? Yeah. Well, how many do I have? I don't have that many of these. Now that I think about it. We'll grab the quick arm. Quick arm! The arm that is quick. Ooh, what a nice little rave crystal we've made here. It's like a giant glow stick. And it's raining! Let's party! I wonder what will happen when we restore ice. I can't wait for Shiva. It has to be Shiva, right? We get some hot Shiva action. One more element, and then what? That's a good question. You have achieved the impossible while also be nothing. Oh my god. Ugh, calm down. Guess what? Half of us don't even belong in this world. Half of us were transported here against our free will. And you don't see us bitching and moaning constantly. Also, there's like 40 people in this game who have had amnesia. You are not special. You are not a special snowflake. Tell me who I am. You are. I am. Gaia. Reclaim your memories, fulfill your destiny. I don't understand. Pant, 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 pant. Okay, cool. Now let's get on to Shiva. Heart of Darkness. Well, this downpour is precisely the result we were hoping for. The novelty of standing outside in the rain does wear off rather quickly. Not to mention, guys, looking a bit under the weather. Let's continue this conversation in Eden's Core. Yeah. Ere we set forth to restore the element of ice, I will discuss the manner in the summoning shall be undertaken. Just tell me one more thing. Is it going to bring the empty back to the way it was before the flood? Probably. I don't know. I mean, it'll do something. Maybe reasonably assumed that the empty shall continue to transform in the decades to come. Decades! I don't think you've quite grasped the sheer scale of the damage left in the wake of the flood. It would have swallowed the entire world if Menphilia hadn't stopped it. Even Rain hasn't inherited her blessing. Wounds like that don't heal overnight. After all, the empty has been utterly devoid of life for 100 years. And it might take even longer to bring life back. I don't expect immediate results, but I do know that it will stay like this forever unless we do something. Excuse me, I burped in the middle of that. My sentiments precisely. You do all this for a world you may not live long enough to see? Well, I'm so absorbed in my own problems. Oh, I'm just the worst. Me. Ooh, I hate me. For so long, I've listened to that voice telling me what to do, who to be. So scared of what might happen if I disobeyed, but I don't want to live like that anymore. I want to be me. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? Perhaps it's better if I never find out. Gaia, the Oracle of Darkness, the bringer of misery and death, a monster. It's no wonder they left me. Mother, father, and next it'll be all of you, and I'll be back where I've always been, alone. Honey, we need to get you, some, like, My Chemical Romance CDs, maybe a little bit of the used in there. You can really belt out your loneliness. You'll get over it, honey. Trust me. Something's wrong. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, she's bonkers. But she's also, like, teenage angst incarnate. Okay, so are we gonna summon Shiva, or is this gonna go a different direction? It is a mystery! Oh, this looks like a raid platform if I've ever seen one. My name is Gaia. That's what you said, isn't it? Eden, the flood, what does it all mean? Whew. No, it can't be. Is this what it's been waiting all this? Sometimes I just can't read words. It's called a headache, honey. Sometimes when you start hitting puberty, you get them. The darkness. Ooh, that's a pretty thing. That's neat. It's got a very nice silhouette. Sin Eaters? Now the time of awakening has come. Eh. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna fight her next? Queen of Darkness! I'll fight you, teenage girl. I mean, I already fought you once. Yeah, there's a shit ton of Sin Eaters out here. Look at them all flying around back there, like little paper airplanes. Don't try and fight them, just bring Gaia back inside. Hey, except she's kind of causing stuff to happen, so, easier said than done. So close. Almost got birdsed. What's happened? That's concern for later. First, we must deal with those sin eaters. Alexiel, if thou was cared, were pillars set assailants without. What? I would task. Whatever. Yes, I'll go fight the birds. Eden's verse iconoclasm. Do 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 do.
Visual guide for Eden's Verse Iconoclasm. This is the third of 4 new raid encounters made available by patch 5.2 in Final Fantasy. Gather your raid friends together, you might learn that there is strength in numbers. My name is Miztech and I'll be your raid guide. MT Wave will deal heavy raid-wide damage. Healers beware. Unshadowed Stake will tether to the primary target and blast them with a heavy-hitting column attack. The main tank will need to ensure they move away from the rest of the group to avoid overlap. Words of Motion will cause clumps of birds to form across the northern edge of the platform in a specific sequence. The birds will then blast across the platform in the order that they formed in. Players will need to position near the first clump of birds.
Oh god.
To blast across and then move
Oh, this is birds the raid.
The next blast. Next up, red and blue portals will form around the platform. Players will need to pay close attention to the way that these spawn, as their positioning will determine future safe zones. More bird clumps will form, and in this first sequence, one of the portals in the center of the platform will be blasted by the birds first. This will clue players in on where the safe spots will be. Portals will take the initial blast hit and then shoot it out of the same colored portal on the other side of the platform. Players will need to quickly identify which portal is getting hit first, and then look along the outer edges to find the appropriate safe zones they'll use to avoid the remainder of the blasts. This takes a higher level of awareness and will take some practice before you get the hang of it.
Yeah, that looks real complex.
Will increase in difficulty as the encounter continues.
Oof.
The basic principle remains
These are rough
the same.
portals.
As long as you can quickly identify which portal is getting blasted first, you'll be able to pre-position for each incoming blast and avoid excess damage and debuffs. When the boss casts Away with Thee, all players will be targeted by these fancy new teleportation markers.
Oh
After the
no.
duration of your debuff expires, the player character will be teleported into the circle indicated by their line marker. As you can see, the position of the player's marker is fixed relative to the position of their character. All players will need to make sure they force their teleport marker into a safe area of the platform, or they might find themselves getting teleported into AoEs or worse. False Twilight will form circle AoEs underneath players. Move out of these as necessary. Immediately after, 2 players will be targeted with Silver Sledge stack-up markers. The group will need to split in 2 to share the incoming damage. Eventually, the boss will cast Unjoined Aspect, and all players will be afflicted by either a light astral or dark umbral effect debuff. The boss will then cast Words of Night, and the dark and light clumps of birds will form on the north edge of the platform. Players will have to position themselves to only get hit by birds of the opposite color to
Opposite color, okay.
Anytime a player is hit by a colored bird blast, their debuff will be swapped to that same color. That means that if handled correctly, all players will again need to readjust to the opposite color for each subsequent
opposite colors.
Debuffs expire. Once everyone's debuff expires, the boss will disappear and 2 idolatry ads will spawn in the east and west of the platform. Each tank will grab one and keep them apart, while the group splits up to destroy them. During this time, the boss will cast Away with Thee again, and players will need to ensure their teleportation.
Oh, more teleportation stuff. Oof.
At the same
Oh, with
time,
AoEs.
Strength in numbers will form donut AoEs around the ads. The teleportation will happen first, so players can position themselves to be teleported into a safe spot, or close enough that they can quickly readjust into the safe spot if necessary. Silver Shot will mark all players with circle AoEs, spread apart to avoid overlapping damage. The next strength in numbers is a point-blank AoE around each ad. Move away as necessary. At this point, the ads will begin to cast Explosion, and must be destroyed before the cast goes off. Once the ads are down, the raid can stack up to cooldown and heal through the empty flood transition. All players will be marked for light and dark debuffs, portals will appear, and more birds will form in sequence.
Oh boy.
While this may be confusing at
AoEs,
first,
opposite
players will need
colors,
to associate
teleportation.
each portal color to
I
the
think the
equivalent
teleportation
buff in
seems like the
darker or
hardest
dull,
bit.
and then adjust to the appropriate lane based on their own debuff. Don't forget that after the first hit, your debuff will be switched over, and you'll need to adjust to the next safe lane before the next blast. This is definitely one of those mechanics that will require quick awareness and will become easier with practice. Immediately after, players will be marked for teleportation and 2 towers will form on the platform. These towers will need a player inside of them before the orb hits the ground, or they will explode and you will probably die. To handle this, players can force their teleportation markers into a tower circle to ensure there is someone always soaking the blast. At this point, all of these mechanics will repeat until the boss is destroyed. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, the finale, Eden's Verse Refulgence. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.
Okay, that's gonna be whoo-wee. We got a lot. I mean, we're blowing through these though. So far we haven't like super failed any. You know? We've been able to get through them pretty well. Ooh, we got 2 tanks right away this time, that's nice. Sorry, I'm so yawny. Yawny. I make myself laugh. Okay, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were gonna dump some stuff. We've got a lot of garbage. And I can't handle how much. Oh wow. Oh, immediately. I'm surprised because the last one took a while. Okay, guys. Let's go. Maybe we'll get to the 4th one tonight. Because the next raid boss is the one that I believe should have the weapon items, so then I can start stacking those to get a weapon.
So many of them. But nothing we can't handle.
Okay. You did not. That is gonna be rough. Oh fuck, I let it go. God damn it! Okay. And just sit up here, right? Okay. We are not getting our damage off very good right now. Let's bring that back up. I was so concerned about the portal thing. Okay, this is gonna be the hard one. Okay, so those ones first, it's gonna go red. Haha, I did it. Wow. Well, no one came to help us. Half of everyone had already died. There just weren't enough of us to stack on 2 different people. I was doing that properly, though. Bringing back all these people who don't even know what they're doing first. I was doing things right. Just no one stacked when they should have. No, Kitty, I definitely can't have you on the desk right now, honey. That's a no-no. This is definitely precision. Well, now we just sit here. Why? Every raid, man. Every raid. I always end up dead for like 6 minutes. This time, I would like to say I don't think it was really my fault. Where are we at? We're off to the side. Where are we at? Follow my opposite. And then you go into nothing? Shit. So, oh fuck. I didn't know which one to stand in front of there. And I keep losing my fucking buffs, man. Okay, we're purple. Stand over here. It is really hard to, like, keep track. I will say that. Okay. Okay, so these guys are gonna go first. Oh, get out of here. Just gonna go through. So right here. And right here. There we go. We got that pretty okay. Okay. We are white. Down here, and then the other purple one is going into red, so it'll come out of red. So then we hit here. Yeah? We did it. Okay, now we're white. Run, run, run. No! I made it in time. Fuck. I totally made it in time. Ah. You gotta be so early on these, man. I mean, it's my fault. I always end up drifting. Did that guy just teleport off the, Yeah, he did. Yay! Those ones first. Show blue first. Oops. There we go. Okay. Okay, we are purple. I'm just gonna stick with my purple boys. That's what I'm gonna do. Stick with this guy. Okay, so this is gonna go into blue first, so we're gonna stay on blue. Right? Or no, we're gonna go to the other one. What? Yeah. Okay. I didn't mess that up, and for some reason I felt like I did. There we go. Woo! That was a little hectic at the end there. My first death was definitely not my fault. Now we're gonna skip cutscene for everyone else's sake. I'm gonna give it to Jasmine. Is no one gonna even open the treasure coffers? Well, what if there's like a minion or something? Oh, there's not. Okay. Garbage, bye-bye. Oh, did she fall asleep and she won't wake up? Sounds like me at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't worry. Just get her a Red Bull. What is this place? Where is everyone? Okay, I get it. She's looking around in the darkness. I'm all alone. Even the fairy is gone. Can we fast forward? Endless silence, endless darkness. Is this what death feels like? Probably. Except, I mean, you wouldn't have conscious thought, so not really. I wish I had someone to talk to. I thought I could stand to be around them while they're interfering and fussing, and yet I was never lonely. But it's no use. Even after everything we went through, my memories still won't come back. There's no future awaiting me, only emptiness. Those memories pain forever march. She's gone full goth. And I'll suffer no more. Mother? Father? Wake up! I understand now. I wait for tomorrow to claim us. Gaia, can you hear me? This perfect moment never has to end. I'm not giving up on you, Gaia. Say something. Hi, I won't let you die because I'm like, you know, a good person and stuff. Please, I'm begging you. Remember all the things we said we'd do, like the only thing we ever said we were gonna, I told you I wanted to do, and you never even agreed to do, but remember all those things? I never agreed to anything of the sort. Oh, thank goodness, I was so worried about you. Do you have to be so loud? The fairy fell silent, only to be replaced by Irene's voice, ringing through my head. I never thought I would be so glad to hear it. Okay, let's go. Let's keep this train moving. Some of us got shit to do. On thin ice. Yes. You've all gone through a lot of trouble on my part. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Anyways, I've delayed you for long enough. Please carry on with whatever you came to do. Time to summon Shiva. I'm glad you're back to your usual self. How are you feeling? Much better now, but something's still bothering me. The fairy spoke to me in a dream, and a stream of memories rushed through my mind. I don't recall anything like this happening before. I'm not sure what it all means. What sort of memories? I can't make any sense of them. They were only brief flashes seen through someone else's eyes. At least that's what it felt like. That's called an echo, honey. Minfilia, that is the first oracle light, only served Heidelin as the word of the mother. That's, I mean, a random statement. Also, we all know what the echo is, and that's what that sounds like. If the Oracle of Darkness is her counterpart under Zodiark, then we had best prepare ourselves for the worst. The Knight's return did tip the ethereal balance towards activity, which may have served to awaken the fragment of his power in the first. Having thus roused, he did then fix his gaze upon she who had been marked by darkness. Gaia. Marked or no, Gaia's still her own person. Everything alright? You smiled for a second there, and, you know, it looked like your face broke. It's nothing. Anyway, let's forget about all that for now. That'll be plenty of time to think about when the last element's restored. If thou believe thyself well enough, then I see no reason for delay. Let us first summon Shiva. Shiva, then, Alexial has, as the only one here to actually have seen the primal, perhaps you could describe her for us. She's hot. Both of these things are correct. But neither are really that interesting to say. So she summoned into her body the imagined essence of someone who lived over 1,000 years ago? That such a thing should be possible. The long since departed Shiva was a source of great inspiration to Alexialrae. Don't know how to say her name. Whose method of summoning differed greatly from previously. By the echo, she did bear witness to the deeds of the noble Shiva, and thus she was moved to dedicate her own being to that self-same cause. 'Twas the devotion that granted her the power of a primal. So she was able to control it herself? Not getting any funny ideas, are you? Aw, just thinking out loud anyways. Let's get going. Let's summon Shiva. I'm becoming impatient. I want to be able to do this one, and then, stop stream, and have enough time to maybe have a snacky snack before I go to bed. So. Oh my god. What were you thinking, little girl? That I should go with you this time? I want to be the vessel for Shiva? Why? Being still and passive by nature, ice is the element that is the most strongly aligned to light. I'll need to get close and use my own abilities as well as Eden's to draw it out. Okay. Have you forgotten what Alexial does to the primals we summon? I'm not about to stand by and watch as she and Rain beat the tar out of each other. I mean, shit, but whatever. In any case, the Aether only returns to the empty once the creature's been slain, although it seems you haven't taken that into consideration yet. Presumably, there's a safe way to disperse it, but it's still far too risky. Thought you had more sense. But it's not as bad as it sounds. Where the deiform entity is volatile as the primals we would have previously summoned, 'twould be logical to assume that in her role as conduit, Rain would be hard-pressed to retain control. Alexia would have no recourse but to defend herself by any means, or else her life be forfeit. I know it's dangerous, but I can't let that hold me back. Please, I gotta try. But I don't see why this is even necessary in the first place. I don't either. You never had to take risks like this for the other elements. Eden possesses almost infinite power, but what would happen if it began acting without my intervention? If it started to feed on the ether just like the other sin eaters, it would undo all of our hard work. 'Tis a disconcerting eventuality, and one that cannot be dismissed. I'm worried that even if we realign the elements, things will eventually return to how they were following the flood. But if I train Eden how to nurture the environment rather than to drain the life from it, we can leave it to take care of the empty in our place. I'll channel the ether through myself and show Eden how it's done. Is that really how this thing works? I am so confused as to what Eden is. I thought it was like some kind of, I don't know, like conduit. I didn't realize it was sentient. I know this all sounds like I'm taking a leap of faith, but it has been a gamble every step of the way. We've managed to come this far because of faith in ourselves and each other. Blah, 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 blah. Made my feelings on the matter perfectly clear. But what do you say? With my memories to guide the summoning, what could possibly go wrong? I'll hold back as much as that possible. I'm just gonna be confident about it. Because honestly, I really don't understand this stuff. Hey-ya! I don't know how Final Fantasy magic works in any game. They can sit here and explain Aether to me and stuff, and I still go, but why? Why does she need to summon? Why does she need to be the conduit? Why does she need to teach Eden how to... How can she be teaching Eden how to do something? I don't understand. Now, for all our sakes, I certainly hope so, because if this primal takes over, it'll be fine with all of you by my side. I know that whatever happens, it'll work out at the end. All of us? I hope you're not including me. I can't even deal with my own problems, never mind yours. It's enough just knowing you're here. Oh god, you two just make me sick. Yes, but there's a different kettle of fish altogether. Well, the point is that this is what I want, and I'll do whatever it takes to make it work. And ignore everyone else. Bye. Okay. Enough with the shmish-bam. Let's get to the Shiva summons. And let's get to unlocking the ability for me to get a new weapon. I haven't gotten a new weapon in ages. And I want a good one. Refulgence. Oops. Okay. Let's go over here.
Hi everyone. I'm going to take a long analyze this fight. My name is Miztech, and I'll be your raid guide. Absolute Zero is a raid-wide blast. Healers be ready. Redress will have the boss changing her clothes in front of you, and because she's a lady, you need to look away or face the consequences. In this form, the boss will have specific attacks. Axe Kick is a massive point-blank AoE circle attack. Players will need to move far away to avoid damage and debuffs. Scythe Kick is a platform-wide donut attack with the only safe zone inside her own hitbox. All players will need to move in to avoid it. When she returns to her original outfit, the platform will be covered by thin ice. Players will need to be very careful to avoid excess movement so they don't go sliding around. Biting Frost is a massive 270-degree frontal attack.
Oh no, ice. Oh.
Safe zone behind her to avoid. Driving Frost will target a 90-degree area directly behind her. All players will need to slide in front or to her sides to avoid this. Double Slap is a heavy-hitting tank buster on the primary target. Cooldown and heal through this as necessary. Diamond Frost deals high raid-wide damage. Healers beware. Immediately after, 4 players will be marked with flare markers and 4 players will be marked with circle AoEs. To reduce damage, the flare target should move to the outer edges of the platform, in between the forming ground AoE circles, while the circle players can use the center of the platform to spread and avoid overlapping their attacks. Next up, 4 players will be targeted by these chasing AoE circles. They'll need to move away from others and avoid 3 hits of the incoming attacks. They move pretty quickly, so keep moving until they disappear. All other players are also adjusting to move out of the next pattern of ground AoE circles. Heavenly Strike will knock back all players from the boss. Move close to her to avoid getting knocked off, or use your knockback immunity to avoid it completely. Eventually, the boss will cast Mirror Mirror, spawning mirrors on the outside of the platform. The next attack that the boss casts will then be reflected out of the mirrors. To handle this, players can look at the shape of the attack to determine where the safe zones will be when those same shapes pop out of the mirrors and then pre-position accordingly.
Kitty, stop it, you're bugging me and I can't pay attention.
Shattered World. This will split the group in 2 and force each group onto their own separate mini platform. A number of elemental aethers will spawn around the platform and start to move towards that center crystal. Each group will need to kill these adds before they reach the crystal. Earthen aethers can be interrupted once they spawn. The unnamed add tethers can be intercepted and popped before they hit the crystal. There's quite a bit of AoE damage from the crystal each round, so healers will need to keep everyone on their platform top.
Kitty!
Eventually, the group will be returned to the platform. And
I can't trust you up here, baby. You're gonna just pace back and forth.
To the boss. Players will move to the outer edges to minimize damage. Light Rampant will deal high raid-wide damage. Healers be ready.
And when I'm doing these super complicated things, I'm even missing like what she's saying because of you right now.
Unaffected players will need to stand in each tower to soak them before the orbs drop. The first round of towers only needs 1 player in each. The second round requires 2 players each. Finally, the third round has 1 tower that requires 4 players to soak. Reminder that if you're marked with the orange marker at this time, you need to position yourself away from the tower soakers. The next Mirror Mirror cast will spawn 4 mirrors around the edge. Pay attention to the attack from the boss, and then be ready to adjust for the same attack from each mirror. Twin Stillness will cast both driving and biting frost attacks in succession in a random order. Players will need to control their sliding into each safe spot to avoid both attacks. These phase mechanics will repeat until the boss begins her enrage sequence and begins to spam Absolute Zero. There's very heavy raid-wide damage during this time, so healers be ready. At this point, you'll have a pretty badass cutscene to watch before the final phase begins. All you have to do in this phase is destroy her before her cast goes off. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll head to the Cinder Drift. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.
Okay, hopefully I got enough of that. I took in enough of that between my cat deciding to just knock things over and sit on my face. I mean, not on my face, but just in my way. Okay. This one shouldn't have too much of a wait time. Oh, I should actually probably use the Tinkle room before I start this. Yeah, can you get down, please? I will be back. It's It's not even time for you to get fed yet. It's almost there. Not quite. Okay, we gotta be quick on this feeding though, Boo. No messing with me or trying to prolong this, okay? God damn it. And of course, the stupid lid gets stuck. Okay. I'm gonna feed you just so I know you don't bug me during this fight. Otherwise, I know you're just gonna try to get all up in my grill. Nope, not yet. Stop. Back up. Okay. What? Mute? No. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. We got it. We got this cat fed, so hopefully he won't bug me. I'm gonna take this
I call
back to the kitchen now.
upon the power of Shiva.
Okay. And I have cat food on my hands. We're just gonna wipe that. I think it's not cat food, I think it's just condensation from the thing, but... Oh well.
No! She's lost control! You've got to stop her!
Okay. Are we ready? How many, like, might like pull up on tombstones yet? No, okay. Just making sure. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull that bitch! I guess I shouldn't really call her a bitch, because it's Reen and that's kind of rude and she's like a child.
The light shall usher in peace. Such impudence! Splendor. Grant me strength. Shall freeze.
What do I have? Oh, I have this thing? Oh, fuck. That was close. I was not... I should have been much more inward. Okay, here's the mirror thing, which I kind of missed how the first mirror works, but I think she'll do an attack and then it'll copy the attack, so... Oh, I totally... yeah. Ouch.
The light shall usher in peace.
Oops. Did I turn around in time? I don't think I did.
Such impudence! Tranquility must be restored to the land.
Okay. We made it here, so I think I didn't do too bad. Okay. Good in my my mess up, my debuff is gone now. Let me run over to these guys.
Light consume you.
That count. Oh no.
Impudence! Resplendent ice, grant me strength. Shatter!
Woo-wee.
The light shall
Okay, is this
usher
the center one? Oh, she's redressing again. Okay. I was gonna say, when does this cutscene happen? We've like had her at 0 for this whole time.
The light! It's too much for her to bear! Ugh, she won't last much longer! Enough of this! Power of darkness, answer my call! Ugh. Ah. Yeah! Damn this light! Damn it all! I won't give up! Not on my future! Our future! I want to see what tomorrow will bring!
Wow, we burned that down so fast. Oh. Wow, good job with caps there. Yay, we did it! I want the rind up little thing, and I want none of this shit. Please don't give me any of this shit. Who got the doll? Not me. That's all that matters. That's okay. We'll have plenty of time to try and get it. We did actually very well on that one, I think. That was probably the smoothest one by far. But Gaia, what? Rat, that hammer matches your dress. It was a nice hammer. Look, isn't it pretty? Maybe we could take it with us. What is it? Just ice or? Yeah, okay. Not this sort. It's magic ice, okay. Well, I mean, is it dangerous? Nice to see that they're bonding. Wilt thou not rush to her aid? No, she's got someone else. Which is good, because you, sir, have to get back to your own world at some point. You have to leave her. Yeah, we all get it. In fact, I've already done the quest where you leave her, but, you know, whatever. After that, we can go to the second serving for coffee biscuits. Fine, you win. If they're anything less than perfection itself, I'll never let you live it down. Sure. If they're not to your liking, there are plenty of other things to try. I suppose we both deserve a little treat after all that hard work. We look like humans when we laugh. We laugh like humans would laugh. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Well, now I'm going to have to do that raid 3 more times, but not tonight. It is late. I mean, I would say we made such good progress. We got that entire, like, patch worth of raid quests done. I wasn't sure if any of them were going to, like, give a challenge. I mean, they're all the normal mode ones, so they shouldn't be super challenging. But sometimes with, you know, random grouping, you can sometimes get some groups that are duds. Whoa! Look at that! There's like grass on the ground and shit. Wild. This was all a desert before. Okay, I don't want to start on that yet. I think I can only go so far with those two. Because I still need to do this so I can finish up the story quests. But in order to do this dungeon, I need to get my item level just a tidbit higher. So did we get? Yes, we did. That's what we needed, the Blade of Golden Antiquity. We need 3 more of those. Thankfully, it's a guaranteed you get one of those every time you, every time you do that. So, you just always get one. It's not like one of those stupid, like, you have a 99% chance of getting this item if you do the raid. It's like, no, that's one that's just there. Oh, I need also, I don't know what to do with this thing. Sapphire weapon bust. Just don't know what to do with it. I also have a lot of these stupid, like, gear coffers from when I did, like, the story quests and just didn't need them. I don't really know what to do with them. I guess if I get my healing class up to level 76, 78, etc., I can use them and get free gear that way. But it's still just like, oh god, they're just sitting there for so long. Okie dokie. Well, oh shit, I can't even like have to take this, don't I? Because I'm not like in an area where I can just DC. Bleh. Well, let's start this stupid quest. Because I don't know... Yeah, it's super annoying to get back here. Well, let's do this real quick. One more cutscene. What's one more cutscene? Right? I've always believed Eden had the power to restore the empty, but I never expected it to happen so quickly. I think we owe it all to Gaia's skills with the hammer. I mean, it's me. You're the one who made all of this possible. Sure. We'll give her a little. We ran into a few problems with Shiva to say the least, but the others all went more or less according to plan. I'm proud of you, Rain. Rain. Wow, however you pronounce your name. I wonder if the effects from the rebalanced aether will spread to the rest of the empty. I mean, isn't that kind of the point? Perhaps we'll just have to wait and see. We could all do with a little rest. Hey! Well, if my experience here has taught me anything, it's that I shouldn't rush into things unprepared. And I've also learned there are some problems that can't be solved alone. Is that so? Since you freed me from Mjolnir, I've met all sorts of kind people who've gone out of their way to help me. Thought I should do everything in my power to repay their kindness and make the world a better place. But now, more than ever, I realize that there's a limit to what I can achieve by myself. Even though I was able to summon Shiva, I couldn't control such vast amounts of aether. If Gaia hadn't been there for me, I might have never returned to normal. I could say the same about you. I trapped in a nightmare, but you freed me. Seems we're more alike than I thought. We might not be able to do everything by ourselves, but if we look out for each other, then we can face our problems together. I feel like I'm watching an episode of Captain Planet. No, it's fine, really. If things don't work out, we can always go our separate ways. God, you're just gonna be like this all the time, aren't you? Constantly needing reassurance. But on the other hand, if I can resist the urge to punch you whenever you annoy me, which I must say is quite often, I have no objections to staying around. Yeah. You mean it? Okay, thank you. I choke on spit. Oh my god, hurry up. Some of us are hungry. Is that what the matter, Thangreed? Nothing you need to worry about. Let's go. Quest accepted. Cool, and now will they be in Amarang? Yeah. Okay, there's somewhere here that I can fly to. There's a town right over here. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Oh, well, thank you guys for watching. Let's see if anyone is online right now. Uh... There's not really anyone online. We could go for people I don't know, but I don't I don't feel like sitting here for very much longer because I am very hungry. And I'm a little baby when I'm hungry, and I gotta go get myself food. So, we're gonna end. But we did hecka good. We're like three runs of that Shiva battle away, which I mean, then I can get a weapon finally. Pretty excited about that. Also, probably the easiest way, because I was looking up how to get like the eye level like 500 and 520 weapons, and it's like way harder boss fights than that Shiva one seemed to be. That Shiva one seemed not that bad. Anywho, I will go now. I will stream again tomorrow night. Bye, everybody. Bye.